Hello, this is Soundout here with the next DC Universe Classics Signature Collection / Club Infinite Earth figure. Today we have the Club Infinite Earth exclusive Metron. This was the figure you would get if you actually signed up for the subscription. And it was you paid for the figure with the sign-up fee, the $30 sign-up fee, and it was a fan's choice vote between Shaggy Man, Black Lantern, Swamp Thing, Rocket Red, and Metron. Now, this is the first quote-unquote oversized figure, not because of the figure itself, but because of its accessory mostly. And we'll get another oversized figure next month, that being Rocket Red. So anyways, as you can see, standard white mailer, except much larger than your standard white mailer. Let's get this out of here. And here we have the glorious Metron. This is probably going to end up being one of the rarer DC figures, DC Classics figures ever made, because only the people that signed up for the sub were able to get this, and not many people signed up. So anyways, as you can see here, you got Metron. He does come with his Mobius chair, which is really cool. The DC Universe Signature Collection logo is actually shiny here. It's basically the same standard box, much larger to fit the chair. You got the artwork of Metron on this side, more window box on that side. On the back, you can see Metron with Mobius chair. Real name? None. Metron is a new god of mysterious origin who travels through space and time using his Mobius chair. An ally to no one, good or evil, Metron is an independent thinker, obsessively searching from world to world for greater knowledge. Although he usually prefers not to choose sides, Metron has at one time helped Superman and the Justice Society of America save Earth. But he has remained his true self as an observer, which he has discovered a plot to destroy the fourth world of the new gods, and simply stood back to watch the destruction unfold. Anyways, you get this beautiful art done by Metron. I'm not exactly sure who does the art for these, but it looks amazing. So yeah, without further ado, let's open up Metron and take a look. Alright, so here we have Metron. We're going to take a look at Metron, the figure, before we look at the chair. Now, they could have easily released this figure on his own without the chair. DC Direct got away with it, but yeah, nobody was really happy with that. The thing with Metron, you need his chair. Basically, without it, hey look, it's a dude that does watch. Yeah, there's nothing interesting about him without the chair, really. He's an interesting character, mostly because of the powers of his chair. But overall, the paint sculpt is really well done. It's got a brand new head sculpt, which looks really nice. It was originally, I think, just a repaint of Mr. Miracle's head, but then they went in and added all the detail, which is really nice. The body he uses basic, standard, not as buff as Superman body. Body type 2, or the Flash body, or the one they use for the Spectre. And the hands come right from the Spectre. I think, yeah, just about. So yeah, overall, it's not so much a highly detailed figure, but it looks really nice. Now, of course, he does fit in with your new gods, but like I said, if I can get him out of my shelf here, he seems to have similar hands to the Spectre, except this one's the same, here. That one is not. So, yeah, I want to say that the other hand sculpt is from somebody else. Yeah, I'm sorry when I'm totally wrong. This is one of those times. I deeply apologize. But yeah, so looking at my collection, I can't find any other male figure with that hand sculpt. Oh, it comes from Eclipso. There we go. So yeah. But overall, articulation-wise, he's got a ball joint neck, same range of movement. He's got outward shoulder movement, 360 shoulder movement. He's got a rotation at the bicep, an elbow joint, a wrist joint. He's got an ab crunch joint that actually, that pattern kind of continues through the ab crunch, which is really nice. He's got a waist joint. He's got outward leg movement, forward, back leg movement. On mine, they're a little sticky. It actually worries me because it looks like it's bending the plastic in there. He's got thigh swivel, knees, and ankle rotation. So you can get into some... Yeah, let's get the chair out here. the Mobius chair. This is the entire reason this figure is 30 instead of 15. This entire reason it's considered an oversized figure is because of this one beautiful accessory. Could definitely tell all the work was put into the chair. So as you can see here, you get great, like, this is all new molding here. This bottom part was attached separately in the box. You do need to clip it on. It's not too hard. I think you can figure it out. But you can see it's green and gold, just like it should be. You've got the 3-wheel type, or the 4-wheel type things here. You've got Mattel made in China and all that there. You get the little green energy ring. On the bottom, you have all this intricate detail. Reminds me a lot of the little floating discs that Mr. Miracle had. It looks really nice. You got the buttons here and the command controls for Metron. And you have a seat, and it spins. Yeah, there were people trying to get the chair to light up, convince Mattel, hey, you should make the chair light up. But no one realized that Mattel had already produced the chair before the light up it wasn't possible for them to put it in anymore. But that part does spin, which is neat. I do like that it spins, because it's fun. Anyways, posing him in the chair is not difficult. My sticky hips are worrying. My Metron has sticky hips, and I'm worried they're going to break. And this is a problem, considering I need him to sit in his chair. There we go, that one's moving now. I think there's just some paint stuck. So anyways, once you get him in the chair, hold on. And that looks awesome. Having Metron is cool. Having him with his chair is perfect. Minor complaints I may have, he's got a case of sticky hip in his right hip, and it's causing him problems to sit. This may be due to the figure being hot, since I live in New Mexico and it's like 95 outside, and this was sitting in the mailman's truck all day. Yeah, that might be part of it, but we'll see what I can do. But for now, so it doesn't look too bad. It's kind of like, I am observing everything, and yeah. So, it's really, really nice figure. The problem is, I can't recommend it because it was exclusive to a sign-up on a subscription that not many people bought, and most of the people that bought the subscription really wanted Metron. Yeah. This thing costs a lot on eBay. It can go for about 150 to 200. This thing is pricey. So, if you really, really want to have every DC figure ever, you really, really want Metron, and you have the cash for it, I can definitely recommend it. I'm glad I got mine. I'm glad I signed up for the club. I'm definitely signing up every year just to make sure I don't miss a thing. And this is a really, really cool figure that if you have the cash, I can definitely recommend it. Now, before I finish up, we gotta do a group shot. Yeah, I know I'm missing Light Ray, Mantis, and Calivac, but still, there's your New Gods group shot. And yes, Metron's chair is about as tall as Darkseid. And unfortunately, I don't think my shelves are wide enough to hold it. So I'm going to have to redo some things. But, in the meantime, this looks pretty cool. So, overall, if you have the cash and you really want Metron, I would definitely recommend getting it. It is a nice figure, it's just going to cost you a lot. But stay tuned for Atrocitus, because, yeah, this was the club exclusive figure, not the June figure for this month. So we'll take a look at him next. So anyways, be sure to check out WritersRantersRambles.com for geek news and more in the craziest way possible. Until next, this is out saying goodbye.